All right. All right, so we're here. We've caught the 4 train down to Brooklyn Bridge. This is where the courthouse is that housed the case for Sean Puffy Combs. At the end of the day, I'll take a 4 or 5 train back up to Grand Central Station. All right, so we can see there's a lot of homeless people. These are tough times for people right now. So I'm about to get into the case, what to expect today, what happened Friday. It was good to actually go home and get a good night's sleep after being here every day, 3 o'clock in the morning. Last week there was a birthday party on Wednesday night that I went to, so that was tough. That threw the rest of my week off. Looks like we might have a little rain activity, some fog. So usually when I start my journey, the weather is one way, but by the time I get all the way to the city, oh my, now none of this was here on Friday. So it's amazing how that works with the homeless population. All right, New York City, folks. They bring Diddy from Brooklyn here. That's the Brooklyn Bridge, the entrance. He's housed in Brooklyn Detention Center. You see the crane on top of the building? It's amazing how they can get that up there, right? At any rate, let's talk about the case. So on Friday, I went over this last night. I put out a video breaking down a lot of the case. But anyway, on Friday, the defense stood up after everyone, because there's a time when we can leave the court, especially on Friday. You know how it is. People want to get out. They have arrangements and things to do. But court sometimes continues, and the lawyers tend to hash out various details. So last Friday, Diddy's main attorney, Agnophilia, he stood up and he says, hey, listen, Your Honor, the prosecutors are trying to introduce 2 exhibits, and these exhibits are Jane's personal notes, almost like a diary. And she wrote on her notes, she said that Diddy is a pathological liar. And they said that this is trying to frame her state of mind, and it's also trying to prove one of the allegations, which is fraud. So because she's saying that he lies to her all the time, that this is fraud, because remember, count number 2 is sex trafficking with fraud, force, and coercion. The force part we see in the video, that's what they're saying. The coercion is that he gave her a 10-year deal with a contract for 10 albums, 10 years. She only really put out 1, and then they painted a picture the rest of that time. She was basically having hotel nights or freak-offs with strange men that she did not want to be with. So that's the way they're framing it. But anyway, getting back to Friday, they're basically saying that Diddy would invite her, because when they started off in the relationship, he would wine and dine her. You know, she's a beautiful lady, so he took her to Kirks and Caicos for 9 days, and then they left there on a private jet and went for another 5 days and went to the Bahamas. So you can only imagine the type of lifestyle that she had being with him. But they're painting the picture that once he locked her in and started feeding her some money, basically, one time he gave her $10,000, and they tried to tie it to after sex. So they tried to make it seem more like an exchange of money for sex. That's the way the prosecutors are trying to paint the narrative. But at any rate, Diddy would invite her out, and she was like, listen, I don't want to have no freak off. I just want to spend time with you. And Diddy would be like, okay, babe, I got you. Let's go. Come on over. Let me wine and dine you. And then she would get there, and a sex worker would basically be on the way. And so another part to this case that's scary is that, and I'm just giving you guys the facts. I don't know how people think I either swing either way on this case. You know, I'm like everybody else. I'm a spectator trying to put out information on this case and other cases too. It's just what I do. But at any rate, she's saying that even when she was skeptical about having these nights at the hotel, Diddy would give her some ecstasy, and basically that would get her in the mood. And you know, that's the dangerous part, giving people drugs. Now this is all alleged. This is her talk, right? But here's the issue that I've found with her case. Cassie and Jane have both testified that these freak-offs will last for 4 days at times, and every day a different guy. And all day long they just basically having sexual relations. It's like mind-boggling to think that, you know, listen, everybody do what they do. But the government is trying to paint the same picture they painted for R. Kelly with a RICO case, that he has this enterprise, and this enterprise is out doing things that are harming the community. And quite frankly, I've been in the courtroom every day. Every day Diddy comes out. He recognizes most of us now. So he comes out, he speaks to everyone, he hugs his attorneys. You know, he tries to help. There's a female attorney, Garrett Ghost, that sat beside him. One day he was trying to help her pull her chair out. I saw him another day pouring water for his attorneys. You know, he's trying to really fight this case. During the day, Diddy is writing notes to his attorneys. When some of these individuals are making accusations against him, you see him shaking his head like, no, that's not true. And so on Friday, we had well, actually not Friday. I think it was about Wednesday when we had Bonna on the stand, which was Cassie's friend. She told how Diddy basically had her hanging off of the balcony. Under cross-examination, though, Diddy's African-American female attorney, who is very effective. I mean, this lady is sharp as a tack. Under cross-examination, she showed that, let's say, for instance, Bonna said that it happened on September 26, 2016. It's amazing how I remember all these details. However, she showed that Diddy was not in town. Diddy was in New York. He wasn't even on the West Coast. He was staying at the Trump Plaza, and that's when Diddy kind of went off and said, oh, he started looking at the jury saying, like, you know, they're framing me or something like that. And the judge really came down hard on him, saying, listen, in this courtroom, if you do this again, Jack, you're out of here. Strike out. So they said, the judge, you know, really nice judge, but he was not having it. He doesn't want anybody trying to sway his jury or what have you. So we're here, guys. People are in line. You can see it's raining. And there's all sorts of people here that have their YouTube channels and the commercial, the anchors. You'll probably recognize most of these people from Fox News, ABC News. These are people that you probably wouldn't even meet in life. And I'm out here with them every day. It's quite amazing. We have line sitters here. What's up, brother? We have Law and Crime here. She's from Law and Crime. So all sorts of people are here, and very well. So this is where we go in every morning. On the right-hand side, you have this is where the press goes in. We go in here as the public, and we have these brothers here. Hey, brothers, I know you brothers are sharp and you're busy, but could you just say hi? Just say hi, brothers.
Top of the AM, y'all.
Uda on the go.
We out here watching the world too, man. Uda on go. OOTA on go.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Uda, come over in the camera, Uda. Come on over in.
Okay, we got all sorts of.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there have been a lot of people out here.
Okay, here we go.
Hysteria, what's happening? Mr. Uda on go. He's been out here from day one, and he's always coming out looking sharp and everything. Uda, what does this trial cover mean to you?
Okay, guys, so I'll let them rock out. So at any rate, this is it, and then over here you see where the press comes across. They usually come out here at lunch, and they go live, and you'll probably see them on their various channels. The lady in the chair is with ABC. All sorts of people out here. Rotten Mango is number 3, but in this line we have the public and we have the press, and the guy here in the black, he represents me, so that means everybody in front of me today is press. Oh guys, I'm number 1 again. I'm number 1 again. I love being number 1. That's all good. And that's not a bad way to be, because nobody else is going to make you number 1. You're going to have to make yourself number 1. And you rise to the top. That's what we do. So anyway, that's it for today. The lady in the pink is a body language expert. She's going to be coming on the channel this week. So look forward to that. She's going to tell you the body language for Jane and some others such as Cassie and Diddy. So I have a lot of good information coming. Come and check out the information from last weekend. I had on Candace Kelly. She's a legal analyst. Okay, let me talk to you guys. I also had on Calvin Johnson. He's a big-time attorney out of criminal defense attorney out of Texas. And he basically gives you a way, try to help you understand the other side of defending Diddy. A lot of people get upset about that. And this is what the guy does for a living. Like, it's just crazy. When people have a certain thing in their mind, they don't want to be objective and look at the case for what it could be. I also notice, I think that even when it comes to jury members, I think in many cases, the first 2 or 3 days of the case, they make up their mind. And then after that, it's just a matter of let's get to the closing. So we have to see what happens, people. But you can see from all the people here standing in the rain, there's a lot of interest in this case. A lot of people are making money off of this case. Imagine all the networks. Usually it's Donald Trump on air, and they're all talking about Trump. But now it's Sean Diddy Combs. I've been missing the whole Elon Musk and Trump issue. As many know, I'm an investor, so I pay keen interest, with the market and so forth. So being here is, I lose money by being here actually. So, but it is what it is. This is a commitment. I'm enjoying the process and also bringing you guys back the latest news. So what I'm going to do now, I've been going on all these channels, but now every day after court, I'm going to go on my channel and I'm going to break down the day, and I'll give you guys whatever comes out. And then if somebody want to use it, they can use it on their channel, which they've been doing anyway. So at any rate, please like the video, share the video. Hey, how are you? I want to get her. Could you say hi to my folks? I want them to know we have a body language expert.
Oh, hello everyone. I'm Blanca Cobb.
Say your name one more time.
Blanca Cobb.
All right. Where can they find you at?
BlancaCobb.com.
All right.
Or any social at Blanca Cobb.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, we got to catch up. Okay, guys, there she is, Blanca Cobb. You can go check her out. She's going to be on the channel. Now, what are the chances I would have a body language expert on the channel, a legal analyst that you typically see on Roland Martin, and I have her on my channel every week. So the method is working, guys. I'm getting people in my orbit, hey, how are you, that are heavy hitters, professionals. Some of them are trying to show us lay people, so to speak, how to be better. All that by being here. So it's not just about being in the courtroom. There's a big picture here, and I'm glad that I'm in a position in life where I don't have to report to a 9 to 5, and that's what I try to tell everybody. That's my mission, especially as people that come from a not so pleasant background story. All of us that can be free from the system and do right, and right will follow you. You stop beating people, you won't be in court. You get off these drugs and all this crazy stuff, you won't be here singing that. I got locked up. They won't let me out. Imagine, here's the crazy part about Diddy. Diddy's a billionaire, so they say. And they're arguing in court about his 300 minutes on his jail phone. He only has 300 minutes. You go from a billionaire running the world, and you're sitting in a cell saying that your 300 minutes don't even work, that they have given you. And I wonder, what's the problem with that? Why isn't his minutes working so he could talk to his attorney on the phone during the case? To me, that's the problem. Anyway, one last thing. You'll probably see this in the media. I didn't cover it last night. But they're asking for a mistrial. They filed a mistrial in this case on Sunday because they're saying the girl Bonna, she said that Diddy was hanging her off of the balcony, and also Cassie corroborated the story, and turns out Diddy's in New York. Like, this could dramatically affect the case. I've been watching the jury members, and I won't describe a jury member or anything like that, but I will tell you, just like myself being in court every day, I mean, I could possibly be a backup juror. I know so much about this case. I've been there I don't even use the bathroom unless it's a break time. I catch everything. That's why I can talk about it, right? Diddy was in New York, and they're all saying that he was in LA hanging a girl off the balcony. That's a big problem. So all of these cases, the witnesses come out, they tell a terrible story, and there's a ring of truth. Don't get me wrong. Diddy did a lot of bad things, but what the problem for the prosecutors in this case is that the jury members are constantly seeing people under cross-examination get torn apart. They're getting people, places, and things wrong, and that's a big problem for a case of the century. And it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. I don't have a dog in the fight, but I will be covering a lot of cases going forward. Also, I'm going to be, for those who want it, I'm going to show you guys, by and by, how to repair your credit, how to invest in the market, and how to be free like me. So you can go out and you can cover whatever you want. You can go to the beach and cover the waves or whatever. I can do whatever I want to do. So that's the name of the game. And look at my profile. To have this position, and I started from the bottom, that should tell you something. And everybody can do it. And I'm going to show those who want to, especially, we got to get rid of these guys in the media. This is my last message. We got to get rid of these guys that are going around saying it's okay to do this to women. And guys have whole platforms talking about other people's daughters, and it's not healthy. We need to change the image, especially of black people in America. And I love all people. I'm not tied to any type of racial constraints or whatever. But I'm just saying we have to raise the bar, people, so we don't end up like this. When you're a billionaire, you're not supposed to end anybody. You don't want to be in this courthouse It's not designed for your betterment. So, hey, thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back on today. Yeah, some of my views might be a little bit off for what you're used to. It doesn't mean that I'm wrong, doesn't mean that I'm right, but I'm entitled to my views. You know, I earned it. And I'll say the things that other people won't say, and that's why people get irritated a little bit. But hey, you want somebody to tell you the truth? Like, like the other day I was saying, there's nothing in this courtroom that has come out saying anything about celebrities having this all-white party and people are being assaulted in back rooms and celebrities are getting on their knee. None of that has to do with this court. Diddy worked very hard. He worked extremely hard, so nobody knew he was doing these freak offs with these women, right? So they painted the picture. Diddy has owned. A lot of people don't report this stuff. They come out of this courtroom and they tell you a bunch of bullshit. I'm telling you straight up. But Diddy owned that he beat women. He owned it right in the opening statement. He owned that he was a high drug user. And they even said he was a monster. But we need to cut away all that extra bullshit about, oh, you know, things that didn't even happen. Like I said last week, someone said to me, oh, I heard Kamala Harris and Barack Obama, I heard they were in court. Like, what are you listening to? Like Sesame Street or something? I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, let me get to I'm not going to go get breakfast this morning. So let me let you guys see a little bit more of what's happening. And then I'm going to answer your questions and go through the comments till it's time to go into court. Thank you guys. All right, who do we have here? Let's see. Where are my trolls at? I love my trolls. Let's see here. All right, Muhammad, shout out to you. Salem from D.C. All right, Punchy, good morning. Mistrial denied. I figured that. That mistrial. This judge is not, he's not having that mistrial. They tried the mistrial theory before, and the judge shot it down. The case is too strong just to throw it down on a mistrial. You know, don't get it twisted. Morning, how are you? All right, good. Yeah. The case is too strong for that. But anyway, and they're not gonna, hold on one second. My bad. The case is too strong for that. But anyway, thank you for that information. I'd like for you to please, Punchy, stay around. I'm looking for some moderators because some of these people, I think a lot of these people are bots that come on the channel talking all this stuff, and I can't always see it. I gotta walk. I'm getting off the train. I'm walking in the rain. I'm hungry. You know, we were moving a family member. I own a big box truck. You know, I have my hands on a lot of stuff, folks. You know, but I started from scratch. So my guys were going down this weekend, and they had a big breakdown in West Virginia. So I had to deal with that, and then get back this morning and try to figure out this case. But we took care of that problem, you know. They got a U-Haul right away, went to Charlotte, North Carolina, dropped off the stuff, and I flew them back to New York at the drop of a hat. And I said, that's what money looked like. Anyway, I shouldn't say. Anyway, whatever. It is what it is. But anyway, getting back to this, let's see. Murray says, are you a Jehovah's Witness? No, I used to be at the headquarters in New York. I'm no longer one of Jehovah's Witnesses. Let's see. Here's a little story for you. My mother passed away. She died because she didn't have a blood transfusion. And I just heard that Jehovah's Witnesses have changed their policy to where now, I haven't really researched it, but basically if my mother was living now, she'd be able to live, you know. So that's why I'm an advocate, because, you know, my mother passed away over a blood transfusion. The Bible did not change, but yet they changed their policy and they say God made the light brighter. My mother's dead, Jack, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I don't want to get into all that, but whoever asked me that question, this is a part of my story, and you can check out my channel. I'll talk about it all. Okay, let's see. So, yeah, that's right, Mary. Thank you. That's my position. That's my experience, so I stand on that. All right, let's see. Oh, there's more comments. Okay, I don't know why it's not showing me. Okay. So anyway, good morning, Bad Kid Cherish. Blanca Cobb. Yeah, Blanca Cobb. Check her out, guys. She's coming on the channel. We're going to definitely get together, and you guys get to hear from her. All right. Yeah, that's right, Murray. I'm paying the big bucks for the line sitter. I pay every day for someone to stay out here. And my guys come out here at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock the day before. So it's really costing me a fortune, but it's all good. Ingrid, usual suspects, right? Knowing, says raining, better wear a condom. Okay, yeah, definitely. Tara, where's Tisa Tells? Tisa usually comes a little later. Gilberto, hi, what's up, Gilberto? Shout out to you. Thanks for locking in. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe if you wanna. I do this every morning consistently. You know, that's a big part of this is staying consistent. Tara, hi from England, UK. Awesome. I was just out in Rome, Italy a few months back. I had the time of my life. I thought I would always tell people I enjoyed going to Dubai the most. But man, when I went to Italy, let me tell you, I saw the Colosseum, I saw the Vatican and all this amazing, sculptures. Anyway, okay. Jane Doe was a pawn and Diddy beef with, yeah, well, I don't want to get into that. Good thing I didn't say that part. Yeah, we can't pin anything down to who the victim could be. So glad I caught that. Okay, so let's see who else we have here. Victoria, he is a pathological liar. Let me read the comments before I read the comments, make sure I don't say. What happened last week? Certain YouTubers ran into a lot of trouble because they revealed the victim's true identity. And so in certain cases, people are reading comments or whatever and it's coming out, they accidentally say the name. But the court is not playing games, so guys, please don't post the original name or identifying factors of the, not that anybody has done it, but it made me think about it. We don't want to identify any victim in this case. Ephesus says castrate Diddy. He also says death sentence for Diddy. Okay, Murray says up and at 'em. Court starts at 11 today. No, we're back on that 9 o'clock to 5. I was loving the 9 to 3 because I could get home at a decent hour. Now we're back to 5 o'clock. Martha, hi there. Jazzy Jeff says, Diddy party? No, this is not a Diddy party. Maybe a New York party, not a Diddy party. Are you in New York? Yes, I'm in New York right now. And guess what? That's a New York cab. Yep, that's a New York cab. And this is a New York street. You see here, Manhattan Bridge is over here. And this is the courthouse, 500 Pearl Street. I have a lot of shorts, people. Go check out the shorts. You'll see people fighting and standing on their heads and doing all sorts of weird stuff out here. But I want you to see it all. I show you the professional side. Why not see the reality? Because this is a reality and it's very dangerous out here in these streets. I had to leave Friday because a guy threatened to call his boys over on another guy because they were just having a dispute about Diddy. So, I don't want to catch no stray bullets out here, folks. All right, let's see if there's any more comments. Again, I'll be on at the end of the day. If you guys want to come up, please do. My email is watchingtheworld with 2 O's. WatchingTheWorld@gmail.com. If you want to send in a 1 minute or less video just telling people what you think about the case, I will post it, and I will post it again and again, as many as you send. If you want to participate, long as you're not being disrespectful or abusive in any manner or using crazy language, then I'll definitely support it. And also send me the name of your channel so I can also promote you for your participation as well. Let's see. All right. Mikhail says, let me make sure there's nothing in here about the victim. Okay. Hey, Diddy lovers, newsflash. Diddy is in federal custody already, and you can't do anything about it. Take that. All right. Take that. Take that. Staciana says, okay, cool. Big Boss says, press. Okay. David says, free P. Diddy protest June 19th, 500 Pearl Street. All right, David, here you go. Let me give it to you all the way live. What does that say? It says 500 Pearl Street. So this is where they're going to have the protest. Thousands will attend. Jesus Christ says, he who is without sin, cast the first stone. So, David, I'm in the Bible scholarship program, so I could break that down for you. I could also tell you what scripture you're quoting, but I'm not here for that right now. But in my second life, I like to debate people about the Bible and history, not just the Bible itself, but about history relating to the Bible and all of these different concepts. So if you need me for that, I'll definitely show up and give people a different way of looking at things based on the bigger picture here. All right, so let's see. Salute, dropping out. I've seen you before. Stay locked in. Stay locked in, folks. And Murray says, I removed the comment. Shout out to you, Murray. Reach out to me if you guys are interested in being a part of the mission here. You know, I'm definitely cool beans, you know. All right, let's see. Okay, here we go. Tommy says, too extreme to say I'm not gonna take anyone's blood, even if I die. That's so extreme. I can't even think about it. I can't even take it in my mind if someone's family member say no. Listen, my mother basically passed away, man. I was heartbroken back in 2000. This is how it went down, right? 2001, the World Trade Center fell. My mother called me. She's like, son, are you okay? I'm like, Mom, what are you talking about? She was like, yeah, they just ran an airplane into the World Trade Center. I was at work. I'm like, what? So then I ran and cut on the television, and I actually saw what was happening, and then the second airplane hit. Well, a year later, probably to that very day, probably a little bit beyond, my mother passed away. And, you know, hold on one second, guys. You know, I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, and she didn't take blood, and so she died. But I'm hearing now, I don't even have the heart to go read it or really see it in writing, because I like to think that it's not true. But they say now you can take blood if your conscience allows you to. So, you know, so that means had they made that decision earlier, my mother could still have lived longer. Maybe she had cancer, so maybe she wouldn't have lived. I don't know. It'll always be a question in my mind. But simply because of a religious doctrine, my mother, she pieced out when my brother was 15. My sister was I was 25. My sister was 20. And so recently, check this out, recently again, my stepfather, about 3 years ago, he died. No blood transfusion. We tried to get him to take it, like, you know, he needed a simple procedure. He would not take the blood because they had him thinking, if you take this blood, you're not going to get life. And he died. And so that means now, had he lived 3 years longer, maybe he would have taken the blood. All he needed was one of those brothers to say, okay, go and take the blood now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that really crushed my siblings, because he wasn't my father, but he was their father. But he was like a father to me. So, you know, but this is not the channel. I'll be back on for that. So you guys should lock in. I'll be talking about those type of things. I don't like even talking about that anymore. But anyway, I will talk about it after I research it to see if it's legitimate. Hold on one second. I think you guys lose me because of noise cancellation when the loud noise comes. I think I figured this out. At any rate, I'm not here to talk about religion, the blood issue. I only brought it up because someone asked me about it in the comments. So, but I will be doing more shows specifically talking about that part of life. That's something that needs to be addressed. As again, I'm an advocate against anybody being abused, um, mentally, physically, whatever way. And you can't be going around giving people drugs to get them to do what they normally wouldn't do. Drugs and alcohol, anything of the sort. Okay, so it looks like this guy is screaming. This is one of the characters around here. Look at him. Just look at him. Just look at him. All right. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Pyston says, "Shit, that Diddy dog been one crazy mofo. What the hell that crazy fool think he doing?" Okay. Murray says, "My best friend was raised Jehovah's Witness, and her family mistreated her because she had a transfusion. Like what? Like it was her fault, right? Just trying to live, right? Well, now they changed the rules, I hear. So you know." Murray says they sent her to a nursing home. Yep. Um, Stasiana says a lot of the trial hasn't even touched a lot of the accusations yet. I wonder how deep it actually is going to go. That's a very good question. Yeah, guys, like the video, lock in with me. I like a lot of the comments I'm getting. I hope you guys can stick around and we can build together. Jalen says hit the like button. Shout out to you, Jalen. Thank you. And the double tap the screen and subscribe to the channel. Right on, Jalen. I gotta lock you in, brother. You right on the money. Hi from New Zealand. All right, I love it. I love it. What is it like? Tell us, what's the weather like in New Zealand? Is it cold, hot, muggy? What's happening out there? All right, Street Ministries 9. Your mother is right, safe. Okay, all right. I get what you're saying, but it would have been nice to see her live longer. Had things been different. Okay. She never saw any of her grandkids, not one of them, you know. They never had they don't have an idea about her personality. I think that could have been different had, you know, I don't want to get into it. Anyway, Levitations, Labatsa says, I think they're trying to bring him closer because he did Pac and everyone knows. That's a lot of people are thinking about that. Murray says she was sorry to hear about my mother. I get it. I am too. Stasiana says, I like Rotten Mango. She's covering the trial very well, but it's not live. You know, in order to present it on the level that she does, I don't think it can be live because I watched her this morning because I'm trying to raise the bar and bring my channel up. And I'm like, wow, they add all the exhibits and so forth. So I need to do something like that. I really got to raise the bar. I'm an investor, so I don't really have to, at this point in life, I can just get whatever I want to get done. That's Rotten Mango there with the pink umbrella. So anyway, coming out here doing this, I have to raise the bar. When I went on Law and Crime, I learned a lot of things, and definitely will be implementing a lot of that. Let's see what else. David says, my condolences. Thank you. Great job reporting and engaging. Thank you. Kimberly, this is so interesting. I haven't watched anything related to this trial or any live coverage of the trial before. I'm glad I stumbled across. Thank you. Please lock in with me, Kimberly. I would love to get to know more about you. David says, okay, look me up. Okay, let me do a screenshot and look you up. You good, brother? We good?
Yeah. Did you tell Mel I bought your spot for 100?
Oh, you bought my spot?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm gonna rough you up after.
Tisa's gonna get here.
I don't know. Tisa's coming. She'll be here. That's all right.
Bucks cash. I get use.
No, I don't have any cash. Anyway, hey, listen. Thanks for taking care of me. I'm number one. I'm number one. Thank you, though. Hey, look, I appreciate you, brother.
Okay, pardon me.
Oh, sorry.
Public? No, just stay right here. Just stay
Okay,
right here.
okay, all right. Okay. All right, guys, I gotta go. I got a piece up. Middle row? Okay. I'm gonna cut this off, by the way. I'm gonna cut it off. Thank you. I don't want to break any rules around here. All right. Well, looks like I'm number 2 then. We got a... Oh, I'm number 1? Okay. All right, cool. I don't have to be number 1. I'm just... I like saying that sometimes for video purposes.
You can be number 1.
No, it's all right. It's cool.
No, I'm number 2.
I don't have to be number 1. All right, guys. So we're in line.
Okay, good.
I'm number 1 today, but I'll let the ladies go.
Okay, I'm number 1. She said.
Oh,
There you
she
go.
just took my spot. You guys can have it. You guys can have it. Have it, have it. All right, no, I'm
I'm
just...
looking for my coffee.
All right.
Yeah, I ordered it, so I hope oh, 714. Okay.
Tell everybody who you are real quick, just so... all right, talk to them a little bit. Let me get it up.
Give me a good angle
Okay.
now.
Oh, that angle is popping. That angle is popping.
You want me to say hi?
Yeah, tell them who you are.
Everybody, I am Queen Sheba. I came all the way from Texas, so this is actually my second week here. You probably know my voice, now you see my face because I'm typically faceless. But nice to meet everybody and happy Monday.
All right, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up now. At noon, I'll be on Law and Crime, so come over there and check me out and keep some of those troll people in order. You know, tell them to straighten up and act right. All right, I appreciate all of you guys. Like the video, share, but more importantly, keep coming back. I definitely need some moderators. So, and I see Jalen. I have to lock in with you. I like what you were saying. And where's Murray? I need Murray. You guys have to email me. Watching World with 2 O's. All right, Watching the World with 2 O's. It's right on my information page, which I really need to update. Yeah, I have to do that. So let's do it, and have a good day, everybody. I appreciate you all.